to take you out on a journey, but wanted to let you know that, hey, today is the month where we really focus on this full moon about love. And so I'm going to take you out here where we can feel this energy that I set up for tonight. And, you know, because we're going live and virtue, cheers to my favorite bling bling and getting ready for this energy. So take you out here. And here we are. So what we're going to do is I have our light up of our candles to really give everyone this energy of letting go. You know, once we feel this energy of letting go, we can start to feel this peace. So these for all of my friends, family, that's part of this ohana. It's Cocojor ohana, this beautiful full moon. And this one is for everyone who really had a part in life. So put out your candle of wish and let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. So that's part of really letting go this energy, and this is something that we need to do each month so we can feel a lot better and give ourselves where we can open up and feel the crystals and take you back here. Look at that energy. So today we're very blessed with the rain, and now we're entering into my dojo. Welcome. Wow. This is clearly such a great energy. And this is what I wanted to share with you. Feeling this energy, this vibration of so let me get myself situated over here. And today we're really going to focus on about love. And February, it sets us in this tone, this frequency of love. It's a day of celebration of love. And love comes in many different forms. And sometimes it's good love, and sometimes it's heartbreaking love. As we see right now what's going on in the media, because, for example, Kanye West loves Kim Kardashian, that it becomes into his mission, his way of not thinking straight and doing things that may hurt her, may hurt her kids, her surroundings, and things like that. Just recently here in Honolulu, somebody got murdered. Why? Because he had this affair with this married woman, and he ended up being killed by the husband. And so that's why when I talk about these things about love, it's really a huge, huge subject that we all need to examine. Because February is really a time that we examine our surroundings, our way of thinking and our way of going forward. And especially now is because we're going through this huge, huge changes. This is one of like history making evolution, revolution of mankind. And where we stand and what's happening and what's erupting out there, literally like a volcano, like a typhoon, like intense energy. And so really, there is a huge part of us is going to go through this transition of life. Whether we are ready or not is how we choose to do it, because we have that choices in how we want to live our life. And we have our own ways in how we want to really make this life. Because once we are gone, we're gone. And so we really need to stop being so shy about it, or stop being, I don't deserve it, or having all of this self-doubt, or having all of these things that stopping us. Because we feel that our value, our self-worth, our love is not there. But maybe it could be. And so that's why I say that using these tools, and I'm giving you all of these tools and how to use it each month, 365 days, 7 days a week, non-stop. And how we can use these free tools of energy that surrounds us is because we have to be ready to be keen to our surroundings, right? It's like survival mode. It's like how our four-legged friends are, animals, flowers, anything to do with nature. As you just seen earlier today, like my butterfly garden, right? And so whatever we can do, we help prepare to bring them much more clarity and how to do it, much more tools of different kinds of flowers and different kinds of energy, different kinds of vibration, and different kind of, most of all, love, really, that you brought up from the ground up, because it came from here. Something that we don't really get taught in school, there is a system that we learn, whether we are in kindergarten or preschool or in high school, intermediate school, or college, or even a university or med school. But now we have these beautiful masterclass, beautiful teachers, beautiful knowledge that's out here online. Whew. Really. And so we need to really upgrade our knowledge, upgrade our frequency, upgrade our wisdom to be open. That's what's out there for us. Learn how other people really think and feel through their lifestyle. You know, there's people now out there that's really impact people's life in many different directions. Whether there's someone that's very famous, or someone that's starting up, or someone that's been in there, do your research, because researching who they are, and what they bring to the table. Because there's a lot of people that influence us, which is a great thing to have out there now. But on the other side of the spectrum, there are people who wants to scam. There is a Netflix series about this guy that was on Tinder and who's now making $300 for, I don't know, I was just kind of reading it because it just goes through the feed and I'm like, okay. And so there's a lot of things that's out there. You know, Publishing Clearinghouse, this guy from Hawaii on the Big Island was like, where's the truck? Is this for real? Did I really want money? And so, good old Publishing Clearinghouse that we all think with all that balloon and all that roses and flowers, everybody say, congratulations, you just won $100,000. You know, and so a lot of these things are out there. There's a lot of real, like, things are happening that's not even mentioned in the mass media. I mean, for me is because I lived in LA and I get news really fresh off the press before I even go to the press. I get calls, I get texts, I get things that, hey, what do you think? What is, you know, and I'm like, you know what, if this is what you feel that makes you feel good and you want people to know what you went through, go for it. And so there is a lot of these things where I see former news reporter now turn into their own channel. And for me, is I've always had this Cocojor channel since 2006, but I kind of left it in the back burner, and until I came back to Hawaii, and it's like 7-8 years later, I'm like, huh? My God, this is such a great platform to really bring out me. Really be able to share really what I go through and what my things that makes me uplifted and what I feel that I can share with everyone. And so today we're going to make it short and sweet on this full moon in February, because it's really a moon to really from the heart, and how we all can just really let go. Sometimes we feel we don't know how to let go. And I have a lot of these information on my website as well as my YouTube channel, but we're also going to have an e-library where just click of a button, you know exactly where to go. I mean, we're going to have yogitation class, meditation class, and right now, our full moon's workshop. Live out here on this beautiful place called Hawaii, out here in Hawaii Kai in Honolulu. So this place really means a lot, because this was used to be a room that I really didn't like because of the energy, but then it was kind of like dark and kind of didn't have that, but then I thought, oh, wait a minute. And I start to really be creative, and I turn this into my dojo. A dojo means somewhere that you practice art, whether it's martial arts, whether it's yoga, whether it's meditation, whether it's like this. And so, without further ado, besides sharing one of my favorite books, because we're also going to have the book club inside our membership room where I pull up my books. Look how old it is. Woo! This is how old it is. But it's always been something that I read. And this is so funny because it's on page 210. Kundalini fire that lies as a coiled serpent in the base of the spine chakra, and rise to the spiritual purity and self-mastery to the crown chakra. Quicken then other spiritual centers along the way. Whew, that's a lot of things. But this book I love about because it opens up with the conscious is a doorway to reality. And, you know, a lot of times we don't know what reality is, and sometimes we look too much in so many different directions that we don't know when to close the book and when to start anew. So with that, woof, I love that song. I'm gonna kind of give you a tour around my space and what I'm feeling this energy. So I have a whole bunch of opihi shells, or you can use oyster shells or clam shells, but something from the ocean. And this is lily from my garden with beautiful herbs of really to cleanse your soul, your spirit. And when you do this smudging, it's so beautiful that I need to just and you sit in a position, if you can't sit this style, I love to put my Achilles heels in the inner side of myself because it gives me balance as well as it also protects the most weakest point. And you really don't want to, whether you do it this style or you do it this style, or if you can't do it, you can put one leg out, but for me is I like to bring in this energy of protection of my weakest point, because you don't want to share your weakest point to when you're really going through this cleanse. And so using this smudge stick, whether you use sage or whether you use any kind of herbs that, or even flowers that you can mix up together, because it just gives you this really cleansing. And so when you do that, make sure before you cleanse from the inside out. So you cleanse it this way, with a straight spine, 3 times. And it's nice because, you know, some, like for this, it hasn't been, the humidity and the dryness hasn't, you know, whew, and I don't want to burn my place. Then we go from this side out, 3 times. And I like to shawl out whatever is on my shoulder. And when you do this, you rock it back. It's just like I read it, right? Like a serpent. To protect you, to love you, and to guide you. And so when we open up our chakra, it's nice that we smudge ourselves so we can get rid of this toxic, this energy, and really bring in some great sound, which is really the sound, the vibration, as well as the energy that you're bringing into your soul. Because your spine is really the creation of you and your life, right? And so here we go. And make sure when you do this and you listen up, a beautiful, beautiful straight posture. Look at your posture. take this moment to be very silent and enjoy the sound of peace. Enjoy the moment of blissfulness and enjoying the time for yourself. And so, just breathe. Wishing all the love, all the peace, and all the blissfulness. This is something that maybe some people want, maybe some people want to achieve it, and maybe some people don't need it. But what is much more peaceful than having peace within yourself? It just takes this moment, a time in your life to really focus on one thing and one thing only, is thyself. And nothing is wrong with it. There is nothing that you need to self-sabotage that moment, or that moment of peacefulness, the moment of prayer, the moment just for you to focus. Really write down what you want to let go, what you want to bring into your new intention, and what you want to really be truly manifest your ikigai, your purpose in life. And so today is really a time for me to be very vulnerable and sharing this part of my life that I really enjoy doing. because it gives me this peaceful connection to thyself, to this thy kingdom of really a palace of really finding the inner architecture of yourself and building that from the ground up to manifest what you really truly deserve in this life. And so that's why in closing, I really want to wish everyone lots of love, lots of peace, and most of all, the blissfulness of happiness. And so you take care. Don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel. Subscribe so you get all of these beautiful notification of when and where and how I want to share all of these tools, these knowledge out here in our Cocojor channel. And most of all, really, because I decided to really enjoy my life through eat, pray, and love. I'm enjoying this ride, my journey, to share with everyone. So you take care, and most of all, aloha.